Armenia, a land steeped in history and rich in culture, nestled in the heart of the Caucasus region. When you hear that name, what comes to mind? Is it the ancient churches and monasteries that dot the landscape, or the resilient spirit of its people? Maybe it's juicy apricots warmed by the sun. These golden fruits are not just a treat for the taste buds, but a symbol of the country's agricultural heritage. Or maybe it's the beautiful, kind of sad music of the duduk, echoing through old monasteries. This traditional woodwind instrument carries the soul of Armenia in its melancholic tunes. Whatever you picture, Armenia is hard to put in a box. It's a place where ancient traditions meet modern life, creating a unique blend that is both timeless and contemporary. Tucked away in the Caucasus Mountains, this little country is like a tough wildflower growing through the cracks in the sidewalk of history. Its beauty is rugged and resilient, much like its people. With big neighbors like Turkey, Iran, and Azerbaijan, Armenia has seen a lot of empires come and go. Each has left its mark, but none have erased the Armenian identity. But it has always held on tight to who it is, its language, and its culture. Festivals, dances, and the Armenian language are all vibrant threads in the fabric of this nation. It's like that kid who always gets back up after falling down. No matter how many times history has tried to knock it down, Armenia stands tall, proud, and unbroken. And speaking of getting back up, did you know Armenia sits on a volcanic plateau? This geological feature has shaped not just the land, but also the lives of those who inhabit it. The earth there is still pretty young, like a teenager still growing. This youthful land is constantly evolving, offering new surprises at every turn. That means amazing views, snowy mountaintops, deep canyons, and rushing rivers. Nature here is both a playground and a sanctuary, offering endless opportunities for adventure and reflection. It's so beautiful you'll want to send a postcard to everyone you know. Armenia is not just a place you visit, it's a place that stays with you, long after you've left its borders. Okay, let's go back in time, way back. Imagine a world where the concept of time was measured by the slow, deliberate movement of shadows on a sundial, or the gentle trickle of sand through an hourglass. This was a time when the sun rising over ancient ruins signified the start of a new day, filled with endless possibilities and untold stories. We're talking about a time when chariots were the fanciest cars around. These weren't just any vehicles, they were the epitome of engineering marvels, showcasing the ingenuity and craftsmanship of ancient civilizations. Imagine the thrill of chariot racing, the dust rising as wheels spun, and the crowd's roar echoing through the ages. Armenia's history goes back thousands of years, long before Kim Kardashian made it famous. This land, nestled between towering mountains and fertile valleys, has been a cradle of civilization. Ancient maps reveal a rich tapestry of cultures and traditions, while artifacts tell stories of a people who thrived in harmony with their environment. Legend says that the land was founded by Hake, a giant-killing, dragon-slaying hero. Hake, a figure of immense strength and courage, is said to have led his people to victory against formidable foes. The myths and carvings depicting these ancient heroes serve as a testament to the enduring spirit and resilience of the Armenian people. We can't prove the dragon part, but we do know that the kingdom of Urartu was thriving there in the 9th century BC. This kingdom, with its impressive fortresses and intricate inscriptions, was a beacon of power and culture. The ruins and artifacts from Urartu offer a glimpse into a sophisticated society that valued art, architecture, and innovation. These guys were the cool kids of the Iron Age, known for their metalworking and awesome irrigation systems. Their expertise in metalworking produced tools and weapons that were both functional and beautiful. Meanwhile, their advanced irrigation systems transformed arid lands into fertile fields, showcasing their ingenuity and adaptability. But the real superstar of ancient Armenia was King Tigranes the Great. Tigranes, a visionary leader, expanded his kingdom's borders and fostered a golden age of prosperity and cultural flourishing. His image, immortalized in statues and coins, reflects the grandeur and ambition of his reign. Think of him as the Armenian Alexander the Great, but with cooler eyebrows. Tigranes' military prowess and strategic acumen earned him a place among history's great leaders. His legacy is a blend of conquest and diplomacy, leaving an indelible mark on the region's history. He ruled in the 1st century BC and made Armenia huge. Under his leadership, Armenia's territory stretched far and wide, encompassing diverse cultures and landscapes. His conquests and alliances transformed Armenia into a formidable empire, a testament to his vision and leadership. For a while, Armenia was the place to be, stretching from the Caspian Sea all the way to the Mediterranean. This vast expanse facilitated trade and cultural exchange, making Armenia a melting pot of ideas and innovations. The fortresses and trade routes from this era highlight the strategic importance and economic vitality of the kingdom. Unfortunately, even empires with great eyebrows don't last forever. The tides of history are relentless, and Armenia faced numerous challenges from rival empires. The ruins and battlefields stand as silent witnesses to the struggles and resilience of the Armenian people. Tigranes was defeated by the Romans, and Armenia got stuck in a tug-of-war between bigger empires. The Roman conquest marked a turning point, as Armenia became a battleground for competing powers. The influences of these empires are evident in the ruins and artifacts that blend Roman and Armenian styles. Sadly, this happened a lot in Armenian history. The shifting borders and frequent conflicts shaped the nation's identity, fostering a spirit of resilience and perseverance. Despite the challenges, the Armenian people have always found a way to endure and preserve their rich cultural heritage. It's the year 301 AD, Constantine the Great is still trying to figure out how to run the Roman Empire, and Christianity is the new kind of edgy religion. But over in Armenia, they were already on board. Armenia was the first country in the world to make Christianity its official religion, way before it was popular. Back then, the most famous Christian was a guy who could turn water into wine. This big decision wasn't just about politics, it changed who Armenians were. It led to a new alphabet, beautiful churches carved into mountains, and amazing religious art and music. Of course, being the first to do something is never easy. Over the years, Armenia was pressured and persecuted for being Christian. But like a stubborn mule, they held on tight to their faith. It gave them strength and helped them survive. Imagine being the filling in a giant sandwich. Not just any sandwich, but one where the slices of bread are constantly moving, pressing, and sometimes even crushing you. That's pretty much what it was like to be Armenia for a long time. Nestled between the colossal Byzantine and Ottoman empires, Armenia found itself in a precarious position. These two powerful neighbors were often at odds, and Armenia was frequently caught in the crossfire of their conflicts. Stuck between the Byzantine and Ottoman empires, Armenia was often caught in the middle of their fights. Imagine trying to live your daily life while two giants are constantly battling it out around you. It was like trying to have a picnic between two arguing elephants. But Armenians are survivors. Despite the constant turmoil, Armenians managed to maintain their culture and traditions. They were like that handy neighbor who always has the right tool, whether it's fixing a leaky sink or dealing with complicated empire politics. Their resilience and adaptability were key to their survival. Armenians were not just survivors, they were innovators and skilled craftsmen. They had a knack for finding solutions to problems, whether it was in their daily lives or in the complex political landscape they navigated. They're like that handy neighbor who always has the right tool, whether it's fixing a leaky sink or dealing with complicated empire politics. During this time, Armenians were great at trading, diplomacy, and the arts. They became masters of negotiation and commerce, using their strategic location to their advantage. Their skills in diplomacy allowed them to forge alliances and maintain a degree of autonomy, despite the pressures from their powerful neighbors. They were the best networkers, connecting the East and the West. Their trade routes became vital links between different cultures and economies. Armenians were instrumental in the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies, making them indispensable in the ancient world. Think of them as the original global citizens, speaking lots of languages, understanding different cultures, and most importantly, knowing how to make a deal. Their ability to navigate different cultural landscapes made them valuable intermediaries in a world that was becoming increasingly interconnected. But even though they tried their best, Armenia couldn't avoid the influence of its powerful neighbors. The Byzantine and Ottoman empires left their marks on Armenian society, culture, and architecture. It's like trying to play chess while a rock concert is going on next door. Eventually, the chaos is going to get to you. Despite their best efforts to maintain their identity and autonomy, the Armenians had to constantly adapt to the changing dynamics imposed by their powerful neighbors. It's like trying to play chess while a rock concert is going on next door. Eventually, the chaos is going to get to you. Yet, through it all, the spirit of the Armenian people endured, showcasing their remarkable resilience and adaptability.